Hey all, Chris from Lafayette, Indiana rock band June IND here, and I'm joined by Jennifer Shook, Chief Development Officer at LTHC Homeless Services. LTHC is our philanthrocky Music for a Cause beneficiary, and we'll be donating this month's sales and streams to them to assist their efforts to help folks in Tippecanoe County that are experiencing homelessness or a housing crisis. Hey Jennifer, how's it going?
It's well. How are you?
Oh, we're holding the fort down over here, doing what we can to help folks in the community.
We certainly appreciate it at LTHC that you would think of us for this opportunity. It's very exciting.
Oh, no problem. Let's talk about LTHC. What's the mission?
Right. So our original name is Lafayette Transitional Housing Center, but we changed it to LTHC Homeless Services a few years ago because we wanted to make sure we had homeless in our company title because that's really who we are and what we're interested in doing. Our mission is to provide services and supports to individuals, families, and veterans who are experiencing homelessness in Greater Lafayette to get them connected to a housing solution. So part of what we do is try to divert people out of homelessness, but when that's not possible, make sure their basic needs are met and then work with them on a housing plan.
Great. There's multiple locations, right, throughout town?
Yep. So our main location is what we call the Engagement Center, which is in the 1200 block of Union and Salem Streets. And it's a 3-story building, but the first floor, the Engagement Center portion, is for people who are currently experiencing homelessness. And there's a 24/7 access point for people to get services, meals, bathrooms, laundry, all of that kind of stuff. The other locations that we own, and there are multiple of them, are what are called permanent supportive housing. And those are apartments that we own and operate as the landlord, but for people who are formerly homeless that have a whole list of sort of chronic or significant mental health, physical health, all kinds of issues. In order to keep them housed, we have services co-located in those buildings to try to help people get whatever services they might need.
Great, because I mean it's there are multiple steps to fixing the problem, right?
Right.
Something immediate, something that's kind of transition.
You're right. So we find that housing is often only one piece of the puzzle that our people are trying to put together, but we focus on that housing piece because we really strongly believe, one, that everybody deserves housing, and two, that people aren't going to do better until they have housing. But along the way, there are those just basic needs. People got to be able to eat. They got to be able to shower and go to the bathroom and have warm coats and get out of the cold weather. All of those kinds of things need to be happening as well. So it's sort of like a both and situation. We're making sure that their immediate needs are met and at the same time getting them connected with these other services that are going to help them feel better, do better, and then get better.
Awesome. That's super important stuff. Transitional Housing, the original, when was that founded again?
1989. It was founded as a very small organization. At that time, we only served 4 families in transitional or temporary housing. In the past 2 years, we've averaged over 1,800 different people in all of our programs. So that just kind of shows you the growth that we have done as an organization over those 30 plus years in response to the needs of the community, really to help address those. We've grown with veterans programs and families programs. We've increased the number of housing opportunities that we actually own. So really just a whole bunch of different services over the years to meet those needs.
Great. Well, all right. So during that period of time, what's LTHC's biggest win? you think?
Really, the building that I'm sitting in for this interview, the Engagement Center, it took several years of planning before we even broke ground, and we moved in here in January of 2020. So right before everybody's world kind of came to a halt with COVID. But this facility, there's none other like it in the country that combines all of the different resources that we have under one roof for people who are currently experiencing homelessness. I mean, the services I mentioned, we have case managers and employment services, we have a health clinic, we have medical respite beds, we have interim housing, we have outside providers coming here to work with our guests. So we just have a lot happening in this location. And a lot of that is really cutting edge kinds of things, very forward thinking to get people into a housing solution.
That's pretty exciting. So a national model for how to help folks experiencing homelessness right here in the backyard. And
it's really kind of unbelievable when you think about, but we have organizations from other states in Indiana and across the country that talk to us and visit us to try to see how we are doing it so that they can implement similar models in their own communities.
Awesome. What else can we talk about? Do you have the events coming up?
We just finished Socktober, which is what we call October. Socks are the #1 most requested item for homeless shelters across the country, and we're no different. We set a 10,000 pair goal, and we have surpassed it. We're probably close to about 14,000 pairs of socks, which is ridiculous when you see our hallways, but those socks, I mean, that'll probably get us through May, because we're very busy. We're serving 100 people per meal per day, so our numbers are growing. Of course, we're right around the holidays, and so lots of efforts kind of kick up from the community, but I would just like to thank you for this opportunity. It is Homeless Youth Awareness Month, but certainly homeless youth as an issue across the country is a significant concern. If you think about how traumatizing homelessness is in general, and then to think about that's just a kiddo trying to deal with all of that on top of everything else, it's almost incomprehensible. So we're just really grateful that you're aware of this and are doing something about it, taking this on for your company and to try to raise awareness. Like, that's a real gift to us.
No problem. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, Jennifer. Again, we're donating November sales and streams to LTHC Homeless Services for Homeless Youth Awareness Month. We will put LTHC's donate link in the description along with any other goodies for them. And thanks. We'll catch up soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Haven't you heard that?